So I wanted to show a little bit of how to build these rangefinders. Here's one concept that I've done. It's all, except for the bolts in it, it's all pretty much one form, and I've just masked out a few things and changed the color. You could keep going with that. I figured I'd do a little bit better job. This was just a very quick concept model made. I think I started with shadow box, and then you can see I kind of just bulged out the sides of it, and then a lot of this was just clipping and pushing things back and forth and cutting holes in it, or kind of pushing divots in and then painting some of this color on it to do this. And then I've got one that's a little more finished here. It's weird how it disappears. Parts of it disappears when I move it. I'm not sure what's up with that. It's rather disconcerting. But multiple subtools here for these lenses and for some of these brackets, and I can solo some of these pieces, and you can kind of see what's happening with them. So let's do one of these, and I can kind of walk you through some of this, and you can work on some of your own. There's plenty of other ways to do these things too. It's this is not the only way to do it, but this is the way I did this one. So I'm just going to start with a cylinder, and I'm going to run the count up on it from initialize. Yep. Just make sure I've got good smooth sides on it, and then let's see. Let's get out of perspective. Go to the end. I'm just going to mask half of it. Make sure I got a good half. And if you can't quite do that, let's see. I'll need to make this polymesh 3D. That's probably why it's doing such a weird thing. Let me take this to an exact power of 2 number, and then make it a polymesh. And yeah, this should work okay. A little bit better now. Yeah, that's fine. And then I'm just going to use my move tool, and then pull that up, hold down shift, pull it up till it's about the right proportion you think you need, and then clear the mask, and let's just drag this out over to here and scale it, holding down shift. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, so once I've got that, now it's just a matter of dynameshing it and starting to push and pull on it and clip it. So let's come to geometry, dynamesh, we'll turn off polish. And at this size, this thing's actually pretty big, so 128 should be plenty of resolution on it. So let's dynamesh it. Shift F to take a look at it. Yeah, that's just fine. And now I could start chopping it into separate pieces. Say if I wanted to make that front plate, or I could just make another one. Let's make sure everything's clear. Yep. And hold down Control and copy it out, holding down Shift. And then I can mask one of these. Let's draw the line out again, and then just scale that back down to make the plate. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Looks like it pushed it down just a little bit. I may have moved it up some, so I'm going to undo that. And let's try that again. Maybe not such a long. So I'm holding down Control, clicking, holding, dragging. Yeah, nicely lined up. Let's drag it out again. and scale it. That may be what's causing it to get slightly offset. So let me take a look at it. No, that's looking good. So now let's just kind of move it back. In fact, actually, I want to move it out here because when I redynamesh this thing, if it's too close like that, it'll just merge it all together. So I'm going to leave it out here. And you'll notice it's all part of the same subtool. So to poke some holes in both of these, I'm going to use an insert cylinder. So I'm going to hit up, either bring up your brush menu, or I've put a lot of the stuff that I use a lot in that custom menu. So there's my insert cylinder. I'm going to turn on X to turn on symmetry, and let's see which way it's going here. Let's see. Yeah, symmetry should be going in. Oh, no, it's in the wrong one, of course. So let's change that. Always in the last one. There we go. In fact, yeah, I should take a look to see where the floor is on this. Okay, it's on the side. Well, that's all right. And the cool thing about with symmetry, it always finds the center on this. You see how they'll all kind of snap together. So I just kind of position that, hold down Alt to make it a negative, pull that out to get it to kind of the size I want, and then you see it kind of disappears. But again, you can bring up your custom menu or go to display properties and turn on double, and there it is. And let's see, and let's see, I can try turning on transparency to see. Yeah, since it's all the same subtool, it's not going to do anything, but I can use my move tool to push it out and then get a sense of where I want to put it to make sure it's in there. Now this thing is kind of faceted. We could try subdividing it, but it doesn't really seem to work. So here you can Control D, and you'll see that it does subdivide it, but yeah, but it doesn't get rid of the fat. It doesn't smooth it for some reason when it's a negative subtool like this. So that's okay. But then clear the mask, redynamesh. There it is. That looks pretty good. Now let's poke some holes in it down here. So to do that, I'm going to use some cubes. Insert cube, so insert there. Again, with it centered, or with symmetry on, I can find that center very quickly. So pull to that, hold down Alt, pull that out. Yeah, somewhere in there. It looks pretty good. And again, I can get my move tool, just draw a line down, and hold down Control and drag it out. If you hold down Shift, it'll constrain it. Yeah, maybe something about like that. Actually, before I do that, let's scale this thing just a little bit so it's not so square. It's more of a screen. And now hold Control and move it. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And we can again kind of see what it's up to on the sides. Oh, another thing, if you want any kind of tapering on it here, so let's undo that. What I can do is mask off the end as well. So hold Control, mask off that, and then let's see, let's bring our tool out like that and get our scale, and I forget it's going to do that. Trying to remember how I did this one, because I did put some beveling on it. I may have actually used something else to put that in. No, I'm pretty sure I did it this way. But just in the sake of time, I'm going to, I want to clear that mask. I want to undo it. Let's grab that. Hold Control and get the Move tool, not the Scale tool. There we go. And let's see, let's make sure it's, poked into, let's do this with it out here too, because if I try to mask it, it's gonna mask everything. Yeah, and now I can unmask that one as well. And let's move these in place. Let's see. How deep is that? That looks pretty good. Clear that, clear that. Yep, and now we're good. Alright, let's put the kind of screw holes in it and we'll call it finished. So to do that, let's use the insert cylinder. Make sure symmetry is on. Let's see, my time is up, but I should be able to finish this. Not too big an issue. Hold down Alt. Drag those out to about the right size. Yeah, looks good. Let's get our Move tool. Hold Control. Put these a little below, yeah, kind of the middle there, because the middle is probably where I want to put the bend in it. And clear the mask, re-Dynamesh, and we're good. Oh yeah, and you'd want to make sure those things are poking through the plate. Oops, for some reason it missed the holes down there. Oh, I see why. Whoa, that was weird. For some reason my Move tool got out of place. So Control, start them going, hold Shift. There we go. Yep, now we've got holes. Alright, let me switch to my timer. I'll stop this and pick it up in the next one.